Hey guys, it's Beth and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about makeup that you can wear when you have to wear a mask. So I know a lot of us have to be at work and you have to wear a mask all day long, and a lot of times you don't really want to wear a mask because all the heat and moisture under there, it's causing breakouts, and when you wear makeup underneath it just melts off and whatnot. But this video is going to be really easy makeup that you can wear if you are having to wear a mask. That's not going to slip and slide off your face. It's not going to cause more problems for this area of your face. And it's just going to help you feel more put together if you like to wear makeup on a daily basis. I know not everyone finds it necessary, especially if you have to wear a mask. But if you're like me and you just like the process of putting makeup on and you want to feel more put together, it makes you feel a little bit better, then this video is going to be for you, and just keep on watching. So I'm going to start off with a primer, and the primer I really like to use that helps my makeup last a nice long while is the Touch in Sol No Poreblem primer. You can get this at Sephora. I think it's like $18, but if you check Amazon you can get it for like $11-12. It is a really good one for both oily and dry skin. I tend to have more like normal skin, and this has worked for me when I was more oily. This worked for me when I was more dry. It is a really awesome primer. You don't need a whole lot. I just take this little tiny dot and I kind of get this towards the center of my face where my pores tend to be a little larger, and I do get a little bit more oily. Like I said, I am a little bit more on the normal side, but I still tend to get more oily down in the T-zone area. Okay, so now we have the face nice and primed. Normally you would see me go in with a foundation here, but I'm honestly just going to skip the foundation because the more layers you add, the more melty cakiness you are going to get underneath your mask. So what I'm going to do is take one of my favorite concealers. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo concealer, and I am just going to put this on a few key areas of my face. I'm pretty much not going to put anything down here. You can if you would like a little extra coverage down there, but I'm just going to add some under the eyes. I get a little darkness right here, a little on the forehead just for evenness, and if you wanted you could totally put some around the nose and chin if you want to. I'm just doing it to show that you can, because it's such a light layer of product that it's not going to slip and slide and get too cakey or heavy. Then I'm just going to blend that out with my sponge as normal. You can just add concealer wherever you feel that you need it, if you need to cover up blemishes or anything like that. My face is pretty clear right now, so the main places that I actually need coverage is just under my eyes. I like to add a little on my forehead and on this darkness right here, just so it overall looks more even. But if you only need it under your eyes, just put it under your eyes. If you need to cover blemishes, you can go ahead and do that as well. So now that my face is nice and even, I'm going to go in with my pretty Vulgar powder as usual with my sponge, and I'm just going to press that underneath my eyes just so I don't have any creasing or anything like that. Also going to take that over the forehead where I added the concealer, basically just everywhere that I added concealer. And if you chose to go around your nose, I suggest setting it really well, or even on the chin, because you don't want it to transfer onto your mask too much. But again, we have such a light layer in that area that I don't think that's going to be much of a problem anyway. At this point, you could even go in with a powder foundation if you wanted to. I think that would be a really good option for this, but I'm fine with just the concealer and my loose powder. I'm just taking a fluffy powder brush with no extra product on it just to make sure I don't have any excess powder on my face, just to kind of blend it in so it's not just sitting there. Before I move on to the face, I am going to put just a little bit of eyeshadow primer on. If you wanted, you can totally use your concealer, but I'm just going to go in with the Milani eyeshadow primer and get that all over the lids. Okay, so now that I have some eyeshadow primer on, I'm actually going to move to the face, because this is what we're also going to use on the eyes. So this is my Alamar Cosmetics Brighten and Bronze Complexion Trio. You guys know how much I love this. It's my absolute favorite, and look at this. I actually hit pan. You can hardly see it on the I'm Woke brightener, but I'm just going to bronze up my face a little bit, because I just personally like to have my face nice and bronzed. I feel like it makes me look a little bit more put together, and I just love bronzer. You can skip out on this and just do blush if you want to, or you know, whatever you like to do. But I just like to get a little bit of a bronze glow going on my face. And then I'm just going to go right into these bronzers. I'm going to take the lighter one first and just get that going right in my crease. These are perfect to use as eyeshadows as well, just for a really nice natural eye look. And it's just going to tie in the entire face because it matches the tones that are on the cheeks and stuff. And I've been having so much problems with my editing software, getting my videos to export. I've gone through 3 videos now where they just will not export from my software so I can upload them. I'm hoping that this one works out because this is really starting to get frustrating. So I'm going to go in with the darker bronzer. This one is called Always Summer. And I'm just going to deepen up the outer corner and the outer part of the crease with that. Just really easy and quick, nothing too precise or intricate. Then I'm just going to get a mixture of those 2 bronzers on a smaller brush, and I'm going to get that on the lower lash line. Just because I think it makes the eye look a little more finished if there's shadow underneath. And then I'm going to go in with I'm Woke on a angled brush. This is what I like to use underneath the brow, just to brighten up under there and lift the eye. And then with that same brush, I am also going to get some of that on the lid just to brighten it up a little bit. Now I'm going to pop on some blush because I just really think it brings life to the skin. And this one is the Ofra Cosmetics blush in the shade Charm. This is a really good matte blush, but you can use whatever you like the most. And I'm just going to pop that on the cheeks. This is a nice neutral peachy tone. Really good one for everyday wear. It's pretty much going to match whatever you do on the eyes. And then for setting spray, I really want to use something that is going to be nice and long wearing. And this is my Maskcara Beauty Stay Setting Spray. This is my favorite to make my makeup last a really long time. So I'm just going to use this. You can use whatever setting spray you like, or you can skip out if you don't want to wear setting spray. I'm just going to use my sponge to really press everything into my skin. And then I'm going to move on to highlighter, and I'm going to be using the ColourPop Super Shock highlighter in the shade Flexitarian. It is a really intense highlight, but you don't have to use something like this. You can use something more natural. This is just what I have out, and it is really pretty. It's not going to be that intense. You just blend it out and it'll kind of calm down a little. So I'm just getting some of that on the tops of my cheekbones. I'm going to put some above the brows and then on the bridge of my nose. I don't need to get any on the cupid's bow or the chin because that is going to be covered by my mask. Above the brow, just to add glow all over so it's not just on the cheek, so it looks like it kind of belongs there. And on the bridge of the nose. And I'm also going to take some of this on the inner corner. I love this on the inner corner. It adds like this gorgeous intense pop, which I think is going to be pretty to bring out the eyes, since the eyes are going to be the main focus of the face because you are wearing a mask anyway. See, it just gives you that nice brightened pop on the inner corner there. Next, I'm going to pop on a brow. I think in this case, brows are important because all of this is going to be covered, so you really want this part to look nice and put together. So I think brows are important. You can just throw a brow gel on if you want, or if you don't like to fill in your brows, you can skip it. But for me and my preferences, I really like to have my brows done. So I just filled my brows in with a pencil, and so they don't move around, I'm going to take my Almay Brow Styler brow gel and just set them in place. Okay, and then if you want, you can go ahead and put mascara on and be done, but I think I want to add a little more definition to the eyes with a little bit of a winged liner, and I'm going to add the Milani Stay Put Matte in the shade Coffee Matte. It is a nice dark brown, and I'm going to add a little bit of a wing. Again, don't have to do this if you would rather skip out on liner, but I think it just adds some nice definition to the eyes and is a little bit more eye-catching and put together. So I like to keep it nice and thin on that very inner part, and I don't bring it all the way to the inner corner. I kind of taper it off, and then I get thicker as I get to the outer part of the lid. Then I am just going to create a nice little wing. Nothing too dramatic. Okay, so now that we have the eyeliner on, you can go ahead and apply mascara, lashes, whatever you like. I personally like to use a nice waterproof mascara so my lashes stay nice and lifted and curled. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to curl them really well and then apply my waterproof mascara. Okay, so now the eyes are all done and I just think it looks nice and put together. It's not too fussy. And then if you wanted to wear something on the lips, I would recommend maybe a long wearing liquid lipstick, but I would personally just skip the lip product and put like a lip balm on so you don't have your lips drying out underneath your mask. Now all you have to do is put your mask on, which it is very important to wear your mask wherever you go. And there you have it, the perfect makeup look to wear underneath a mask. I decided to take the mask off for the rest of this because I sound pretty muffled, but I feel like this is the perfect makeup look to wear underneath a mask because you're not going to have lots of layers of makeup melting off and caking up underneath your mask, causing more breakouts or anything like that. It's going to last you all day because it is majority of the makeup is in this area anyway, but I still, when my mask is off, look put together. I have an evened out skin and I just think it looks really pretty. It's perfect for every day as well. If you have to be doing something quick to wear to work, you have to wear a mask for long periods of time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!